This week on the Island Times News Update, the tipping fee disputes between the city of Jacksonville and Neptune and Atlantic Beaches continues to simmer, and Atlantic Beach joins Representative Janet Adkins in calling for a pension investigation. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The city of Jacksonville continues to try to collect tipping fees from both Neptune Beach and Atlantic Beach, but both cities continue to have questions about the charges. Atlantic Beach has reached an agreement with the larger city, but at its meeting Monday night, the commission voted to delay signing the agreement until after it's signed by Jacksonville. And as they discussed the agreement, they found items that raised additional questions. Commissioner Maria Mark asked that the commission hold off on the amendment and have the city of Jacksonville sign it first. City Manager Nelson Van Leer said that procedurally there was no problem waiting for them to go first, but he thought it would be helpful to show Jacksonville that Atlantic Beach was willing to go first.
In negotiations, we worked real hard to push this through, and I thought it kind of helped us to show them that we were willing to go first and get this taken care of, and kind of puts pressure on them to follow up and go ahead and execute it.
Commissioner Jimmy Hill said he has concerns that there may be other factors involved in the Jacksonville City Council's action.
There are other issues that we're involved in with the city of Jacksonville that were underway that are not related to this, that we thought were somewhere. I just want some proof of commitment, and that would be them to vote on it. Because if we go through all this and they're not willing to do it, then we've wasted all of our time too. So there's no harm in it, I think. And we do, and I think it came from negotiation. It's a settled deal. The commission, for the most part, probably would like to see it move on, but I would feel comfortable if they commit to it first.
But the discussion then turned to the actual ordinance that was placed on the Jacksonville City Council agenda, which states that it is an amendment to the interlocal agreement. City Attorney Rich Commando explained that the attorney for Jacksonville describes the release contract under consideration in Atlantic Beach as an amendment to the interlocal agreement between the two cities. The commission voted to postpone any vote on the release until there was clarification of how it affects the broader interlocal agreement, if at all. The vote was 4-1, with Commissioner Mark Beckenbach voting no. In Neptune Beach, the city of Jacksonville sent an official response to Mayor Harriet Pruitt concerning the city's withdrawal of its offer to resolve its tipping fee dispute. The letter was addressed to City Attorney Patrick Krichowski. In the letter, Senior Assistant General Counsel Lori French said the city of Jacksonville would, quote, refrain from commenting on the various accusations in Mayor Pruitt's letter, except to acknowledge that Jacksonville did request that Neptune Beach participate in mediation. Although Neptune Beach declined to participate, Jacksonville proceeded to mediate with the city of Atlantic Beach on a similar tipping fee dispute. French said that mediation had been successful in coming to an agreement with Atlantic Beach. She also said she hopes that the city of Neptune Beach would leave the door open for further discussions. At your earliest convenience, please let me know if Neptune Beach will participate in mediation, if Jacksonville will pay the cost of the mediator, to be selected by a mutual agreement of the parties, she wrote. Mayor Harriet Pruitt said that the city of Jacksonville is trying to get ahead of the process by suggesting mediation at this time. Pruitt said, quote, the state has set up a process when two cities are at odds before you go to court. We are far from that. We put a legitimate proposal in their lap in October, and that was ignored, she said. Pruitt went before the Jacksonville City Council Tuesday night to ask for their assistance in the matter. In a letter to the council, Mayor Pruitt said, with the recent adversarial and misleading public comments by members of the mayor's staff, we have lost confidence in Mayor Brown's ability to work with us in a fair and equitable manner. Despite our frustrations, we remain dedicated to reaching a fair and long-lasting solution to this problem, she said. The Atlantic Beach City Commission Monday night became the first local municipality to join Representative Janet Adkins' call for a state investigation into the Jacksonville Police and Fire Pension Fund. A resolution supporting the effort passed the commission 3-0, with Commissioner Jimmy Hill abstaining and Commissioner Jonathan Doherty absent. State Representative Janet Adkins called for the investigation in a letter to Governor Scott in December. Representative Adkins asked for help in seeking a review and investigation by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and the Office of Chief Inspector General to determine whether any state laws were broken regarding the handling of the troubled local pension fund and the associated Deferred Retirement Option Plan, also called DROP. The Atlantic Beach resolution states that the City of Atlantic Beach joins Representative Adkins in supporting a thorough review and investigation by the Chief Inspector General and the Florida Department of Law Enforcement of the Jacksonville Police and Fire Pension Fund. Adkins was represented at the meeting by staffer Jim Adams, who outlined the reasons for the call for the investigation and said the reason it was germane to Atlantic Beach is because you're in Duval County. Commissioner Jimmy Hill recused himself from the vote to avoid any potential appearance of a conflict of interest.
Or even though the attorney said that it's probably okay that I vote on it because it doesn't have an effect, I would like to recuse myself from the vote just because I feel it's potentially would be perceived because I do receive a pension from that exact board. So I think it won't affect anything. I think it should not affect the outcome of tonight's action, but I would like to pull myself out of the vote only because I do receive funds directly from that pension.
There was no further discussion, and the Commission approved the resolution. The Atlantic Beach Charter Review Committee presented a list of recommended amendments to the City Commission in a workshop meeting Monday afternoon preceding the regular meeting. The committee offered 9 pages of proposed amendments to the charter on topics ranging from the duties of the mayor to qualifications for city manager and city attorney, height restrictions for buildings, and city elections. Many of the changes appear to be incremental or clean-up language in the existing charter. The committee did recommend a change that would establish a residency rule for the city manager to be set by a city ordinance. It also would change the requirement for getting a referendum on the ballot from 25% of the city's registered voters to 10%. The charter can only be amended by referendum, and many of these changes may be on the ballot as early as the next election in Atlantic Beach on August 25th. Well, when we come back, Surge Storm is headed back to the beach. This is the Island Times News Update.
Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. The Florida Ethics Commission has found probable cause to believe that Atlantic Beach Commissioner Jonathan Doherty attempted to use his position to receive preferential treatment during traffic stops with Atlantic Beach police officers. However, the Commission found no probable cause to believe that he misused his position to avoid the consequences of failing to register his vehicles and switching license plates between vehicles he owns. The incidents occurred between 2011 and 2014. Doherty did not respond to requests for a comment. The Beaches Museum will present a concert by Jim Schuler on Monday, February 9th from 7 until 9:30 p.m. at the Beaches Museum Chapel. Jim was influenced by many of the guitar greats during his youth in Dallas, among them Stevie Ray Vaughan, Bugs Henderson, and Rocky Hill. He's performed with blues legends Buddy Guy, Johnny Winter, AC/DC, and others since his professional debut in the 1980s. Jim currently plays with his band Monkey Beat, and since 1999 has been the lead guitarist for George Thorogood and the Destroyers. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 the day of the show. Florida author Tim Dorsey will be at the Bookmark in Neptune Beach on Friday, February 6th at 7 p.m. In Dorsey's latest book, Shark Skin Sweet, Surge Storm finds his calling in the law never mind law school or a degree. One of Surge's old flames is a rising star in foreclosure law and is eager to take down some greedy bankers, but the opposition is determined to shut her down at any cost. Then, local author and professional speaker Kim Skinner will be at the Bookmark on Monday, February 9th at 7 p.m. to launch her new book, Wives in the Locker Room. With her signature sense of humor and insight, Skinner offers a fresh and practical look at how to understand men, inviting wives to get in the game. The book is filled with personal illustrations, jock jargon, and quick ways to remember key points. Using personal experiences from her own marriage and her career, Skinner promises to entertain while providing practical advice. The Beaches Fine Arts Series presents Kurt Elling and the UNF Jazz Ensemble No. 1. Grammy winner Kurt Elling is among the world's foremost jazz vocalists. He's won every Downbeat Critic poll for the last 14 years and has been named Male Singer of the Year by the Jazz Journalists Association 8 times in that same span. But you'll have to cross the ditch for this free concert being held at the UNF campus February 6th at 7 p.m. at the UNF Fine Arts Center. Well, the National Weather Service says we can expect rain to move in Sunday night, and we'll have a daily chance of rain through Thursday of next week. The warmest day will be Sunday with a high in the upper 60s. Otherwise, highs will range from the mid-50s to the low 60s, with overnight lows in the mid-40s to low 50s. The Island Times is always digital, always free, at www.theislandtimes.com. Become a subscriber and get updates on news from the Beaches communities delivered right to your email box. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm Tom Pettin. Thanks for watching.